The state of our world. The asphalt jungle sprawls before you, the cold metal and glass buildings rising up like monoliths of human greed and ambition. The air hangs heavy with exhaust fumes and the stench of decay as people hurry along the choked sidewalks, eyes downcast, heads bowed. They march forward blindly, propelled only by habit and the illusion of progress. Our machines have made us efficient, yet joyless. Our wealth has brought us comfort, yet no peace of mind. We have conquered the world, yet remain strangers to ourselves.
The truth of capitalism. Every business transaction hides a secret, whispered only to those in the know. Every product sold conceals a deception, buried in the fine print. Behind every convenience lies a hidden cost, slowly sucking the joy from our lives. Money changes hands, but not honestly earned. Profits grow, but not through merit alone. Careers are made, though many were stepped on along the way. The CEO smiles for the cameras, shaking hands and spreading generosity with one hand while the other reaches greedily into the till. The board members toast their success, unwilling to see the human cogs that keep their machine running. Customers complain of disservice, but return again and again, addicted to the illusion of choice.
Human relationships. They sit side by side, yet worlds apart, eyes glued to screens that pretend to connect but truly isolate. Conversation has died, buried under a mountain of trivial text messages. They make love but feel alone, craving a deeper connection that seems more and more elusive. Pleasure is fleeting. True intimacy remains just out of reach. Children cry out for attention but are placated with toys and screens, their need for unconditional love left unmet. Friends drift apart, busy lives and social media filling the gap but never enough. Family gatherings become obligatory, conversations shallow and brief. Yet still there are moments, a glance, a touch, a caught glimpse of the soul in another's eyes. Fleeting connections that remind us we are not alone, not truly. If we can relearn the art of deep listening, of giving another our full presence, relationship may yet thrive amidst the shadows of our modern world. Therein lies our greatest hope and our last light in the dark.
Childlike innocence. A young girl skips down the sidewalk, chasing fallen leaves in circles. She laughs aloud at the swirl of colors dancing in the autumn breeze. A boy plays make-believe with sticks and stones, inventing fantastical worlds filled with dragons and sea monsters. Children still see magic in the mundane, wonder in the ordinary. Their wide eyes drink in the spectacularly ordinary. Clouds become castles, puddles become oceans, fallen leaves become buried treasure. For them, life is an adventure waiting to happen, filled with hidden mysteries just begging to be uncovered. Their innocent joy bubbles up from some deep well within, untouched by cynicism or care. And if we listen, their laughter can remind us of wonders we've long since forgotten, of pleasures we've grown too smart to enjoy.
Wanting less is often more, it's true. The subtle suggestion can ignite the imagination far beyond any explicit depiction. The space between the lines invites the reader's own experiences, memories, and desires to fill the void. The partly drawn curtain leaves more for the eye to envision, senses to imagine, than any fully revealed spectacle. Less exposes the observer to their own humanity, their own longings and capacities for both good and beauty. But for some, more is needed. The vivid portrayal fulfills what the subtle alludes to. The graphic satisfies cravings the veiled reference leaves wanting. The unambiguous reveals facets of our nature we often choose to ignore. To turn away from that which makes us most human, darkness and light intertwined, leaves us incomplete. Sometimes less is more, but often more reveals the hidden truth, that we are complex creatures, deserving of both full expression and restraint. The wise creator knows when each is needed for the greater whole.
The rat race. And yet within each scurrying worker lies the seed of something more, a longing for connection, for meaning deeper than the mechanical tasks they perform. The hamster, too, seeks more than the wheel, craving comfort, companionship, and things worth gnawing on beyond the crazed chase. The clock marks not just the passing of time, but of lives spent chasing false goals, neglecting what truly nourishes the human soul. And so the real journey begins, not when one breaks free from the wheel or the rat race, but when one learns to see beyond it, to find purpose in small pleasures,
connection in simple acts of kindness, and meaning in a life well lived. For most, the chase continues, but for a few, the stillness within finally calls them home.
Meaning of life. The secret meaning tucked within each human life remains hidden until the very end, a puzzle that can only be solved in retrospect. Some chase fame, wealth, or power, believing the prize itself will bring fulfillment. But meaning does not lie in what we obtain. It reveals itself in how we live, in the small kindnesses, the bittersweet beauty found in unlikely places, the fierce love that remakes the world anew. For some, meaning arrives through creating, bringing songs, stories, or inventions into being that nourish and uplift. But for most, it comes quietly, in faithful showing up day after day, in meeting another's gaze with openness and care, in release of the small self into something vaster. In the end, perhaps meaning does not lie in some grand purpose or design. It arrives unlooked for in the very living of our lives, in love shared, in joy embraced, in simple presence with what is right here, right now. And so we live and die, content that our small spark helped light another's way, if only for a moment. That, it seems, must be enough.
Summary. The rat race spins us endlessly, chasing goals that never satisfy. Yet within each frantic worker lies the longing for meaning deeper than tasks. When one learns to see beyond the wheel, the stillness within calls one home at last. Childlike wonder still shines through innocent eyes, reminding us of pleasures we've grown too smart to enjoy. Goodness lingers in those who see humanity in all. Lust rises like a fever, sweeping away thoughts of tomorrow. But less often reveals humanity, while more satisfies cravings we ignore. The wise know when each is needed. The secret meaning within each life remains hidden until life's end, a puzzle solved in retrospect. Meaning reveals itself in how we live, in small kindnesses that remake the world anew. In the end, meaning arrives unlooked for, in love shared, joy embraced, in simple presence with what is, right here, right now. And so we live, content that our small spark helped light another's way, if only for a moment.
That, it seems, must be enough.